was really cool. Yeah, I don't get those very often. So it was pretty cool to get that, and to play well today on top of it was extra special, and I'm glad I made it here. I'm glad I qualified and was able to play, and it was a pretty special week all around. You know, we had a great time. My wife was on the bag, my kids were here, and it was a very special week to be here.
Steve, how much do you want to get a little extra body English thought on foot?
Yeah, the one that came up just short. Yeah, that was one you had to really be careful of, and there were a lot of those today, and it came up a half a roll short, but you know, I was just trying to lag it down there, and hopefully it found the hole. But yeah, that would have been nice to get, but can't complain the way I finished it off, and excited about how the way I played this week, and especially this weekend.
Steve, you have right now 3 Americans, 1, 2, 3, so you immediately put your President's Cup captain's hat on, or what do you do the rest of?
Yeah, I'd love to watch. I may stick around a little bit while to watch and just see who does what here coming in. I was able to say good luck to a couple of guys on the way in. Brooks Koepka, we crossed paths on 8. He was going to 8 and I was going to 18. And then Ricky gave me a thumbs up all the way over while he was on 10 tee box, and you know, I kind of motioned him the same thing. So yeah, it'll be fun to watch, and I'm interested to see who's doing what and who's playing well, and but it should be a great finish. You know, the wind has picked up a little bit again. It was laying down there for a little while, but there's still some good opportunities for these guys to be aggressive if they want to, but you still have to be careful. There's some still tricky pins out there.
What did you think of the way Aaron Hills played all week and today when the wind showed up?
Yeah, I don't know if it's the U.S. Open like everybody wants or thinks of a U.S. Open. You know, we're at 14 under par. Does that mean anything? I don't know. I asked some of the players how they liked Aaron Hills, and for the most part, everybody seemed to like it. A few changes here and there, according to some people. You know, it's tough when you come to a place for the first time and not really knowing how to set it up, how to play it. But I thought it was great. You know, we're gonna get some fireworks, I'm sure, down the end, which will be fun to watch. The crowds here this week were unbelievable. They came out in full force and supported everybody. So in that regard, I thought it was a great week.
Steve, you're at -5. Where did you think that would finish you if you had that in your mind at the start of the weekend? You are the clubhouse leader. How's that far feel? I know there's a lot of people.
Yeah, that -5 doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
You know, at the start of the week, I was thinking around 5 under. You know, would maybe win this thing, and I was pretty far off. You know, I don't know if I have 14 under in my bag to play. I mean, these guys play a different game. You know, 300 yards yesterday for Justin Thomas. I mean, I don't hit my driver at 300 yards. So I mean, it's these guys got a lot of firepower, and this is the new age of the game of golf. I mean, they bomb it. If they hit it crooked, they'll bomb it again. You know, they got no fear, and they're gutsy players, and they're little bulldogs, and they're just relentless. You know, and this course allows them to do that. Wide fairways, so they can let it rip. So it's fun to watch, but it's not a typical U.S. Open.
Steve, Nikki was saying that, of course, you're going to the British, but she was saying that you might have more majors in your future. Do you feel like you can still keep playing majors for a few more years?
Yeah, as long as I can get in them, you know, I'll play them. This one was a challenge to get in, but I'm in the British. If I keep playing well enough, I'll be in the PGA. So I'm excited about playing in all 4 of them this year, and yeah, as long as I can play in them, I would love to keep playing them.
Will you add events to try to get in order to make sure you stay in top 50 or top 60, I should say?
I think for the PGA, the unwritten rule is about a top 100. They like to get the top 100 in the world rankings. Yeah, no, you know, I'm going playing John Deere probably is my next event, and then the British. You know, and then after that, I don't know if I'll add events. You know, getting close to the end of the season, there's not a whole lot lot of events left when you really look at it. But I'll do what I can to play it in whatever I can.
So the U.S. Open come back.
What's that?
Should the U.S. Open come back here?
Will it come back here?
Will, or is it deserved?
I hope it does. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the powers to be are a lot different thinking than my thoughts, but it's I would think they would want to change a few things if it comes back here. Maybe narrow the fairways a little bit. Maybe not. I'd like to see the fescue. I think I've said this before. I'd like to see the fescue a little bit thinner and the fairways a little bit narrower. So it's not a full shot penalty for hitting it in the fescue, but it's going to be harder to hit the fairways, kind of thing. Some places it's just too thick and too penal. But who knows? It'd be great for him to come back here. We got a Ryder Cup in 2020. PGA coming back
Not
anytime
yet.
soon?
Not yet.
So I guess Ryder Cup's our next thing.
Mm-hmm.
So 3 more years.
When is your tournament?
The next major's next week. Am-Fam Championship.
Steve, much has been made of this youth movement, but do you think the Brooks's and the Rickies and the Jordans and the Justins with their youth enthusiasm, are they inspiring the older players like yourself? Or do you feel like in any way you're better for having these young guys out here doing what they're doing?
I sit back and look at their games, and I'm in awe of a lot of their games. I mean, I'd never. Tiger Woods came out and he showed us that style, back in the 90s. But now it seems like more and more of these kids are coming out all the time with that firepower. I never had that firepower, and it gets me into trouble when I think that I do. So it's something that I just sit back and marvel at, really. I mean, these guys just take on everything, no fear, like I said, and they play very aggressively. And it's fun to watch. Sometimes it gets them into trouble, and sometimes they make eagles like Justin Thomas did on the last hole yesterday. So it's kind of feast or famine at times for them, but it's sure fun to watch.
Steve,